Our first speaker is a content writer, a community manager, specializing in crafting compelling content that resonates with diverse and driving brand advocacy through sustainable community management. She has worked with both Silicon Valley companies and local brands, developing content and managing communities ranging from less than 100 to over 100,000 members across various platforms. She currently manages the 3MTT River State Community, a key initiative under one of the world's largest technical talent accelerators. As a Meta-certified community manager, she brings a data-driven approach to her work, whether in developing community guidelines, leading teams, creating content calendars, organizing engaging events, or measuring the impact of her strategies. She is also recognized as top 1% mentor on the ADP list, where she shares her expertise with aspiring professionals worldwide, guiding them in their career journeys and personal growth. Outside her work, she enjoys public speaking, moderating events, and reading books. She also loves sketching and painting as a medium to tap into her creative side. Now, with a round of applause, let's make welcome the one and only Ms. Joy Nwaiwu.
You can do better than that. Please put your hands together for her.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. How are we feeling? How are we feeling now? We look dull. Are you excited to be here? She said that you missed classes to be here, so it should be worth it, right? Just waiting for my slides to come up. But let me just get started while they work on that. We're talking about the theme of today's event, like our executive director said, empowering tomorrow's innovators through technology, which is by extension my topic and what I'll be speaking about. She has already read out my bio. Yes, so that's all about me. I do technical content writing. I also manage the 3MTT program here in River State and all of those fantastic things that you heard. But before I get right into the talk, I want to start by extending my deepest gratitude to the organizers of this event. To pull up an event of this magnitude is no small feat. And as an event organizer myself, I know that literally your blood, sweat, and tears goes into event planning, event organization. And also when Christiana, the program coordinator, reached out to me to extend this opportunity over, I was really excited about it, and I still am, because this is something that resonates with me. What the organization, TalentMakers Foundation, are doing is something that really connects to me, helping people get started in tech, digital skills training, and all that. So it is a huge honor and privilege to be here, and I just want to say thank you to the organizers. They deserve it. Can we get to the third slide, please? So this is something I want you to think about. When you think of the future, what comes to your mind? We're talking about empowering tomorrow's innovators through technology. So we're looking at the future. When you think of the future, what comes to your mind? Now, for me, I think of a future where innovation is not restricted by background, where you can innovate irrespective of where you come from, of who you are, of your gender. You have that power to innovate. When I think of the future, I think of a future where talent is not wasted due to lack of resources. We are students, right? I mean, having monthly data subscription is almost like a luxury, right? But that is not something that should prevent you from innovating. So that's the future that I envision. And when I think of the future as well, I also think of a future where technology serves as an equalizer, helping everyone to get the opportunity to contribute meaningfully to society. But this is something I want you to, it's a food for thought. It's something I want you to go back and reflect on, in line with the theme of today, empowering tomorrow's innovators through technology. So when you think of the future, what comes to your mind? Next slide, please. Now, to buttress my point, I have tried to narrow everything down into, first of all, looking at this, what is the power of technology in shaping the future, right? Again, while you're thinking about the future, you can see that, I said here, technology has become the backbone of modern society. Look around you, there's technology everywhere, right? Technology makes our lives easier. Technology is through technology that, fans were invented, light was invented, AC was invented, and several other things. It is making our lives easier. From things like artificial intelligence, to robotics, to blockchain, biotechnology, and several other innovations that you can think of. Now, but then again, the innovation is not just about the technology in itself, but more about the people who use it to solve problems, people who use it to create opportunities, and those who use it to drive problems. Technology goes far beyond the tech, goes far beyond the product, and more into the people. Now, does this person on the individual on the picture of the slide, does it look familiar? Who is that? Elon Musk. Anybody, is anybody a fan? Okay, good. So we have fans of Elon Musk, I like that. I'm also a fan. Right, and this is someone that while I was trying to prepare this presentation, it's someone that I thought would make a great example, right? Right from, if you followed Elon Musk's story, right from when he was young, I think he shipped off his first product as at when he was 12 years or so, which was a game he developed and he sold. And he didn't just stop at that. He has gone on to build and ship several products, right? You know what he does, you know the things that he's involved with, and you know he's someone that is full of innovations. He's someone that is always thinking about the next thing to build, the next thing to ship, the next thing he can leverage technology in building. And just think about it, if people like Elon Musk was not there, if people like you and I, who are going to become tomorrow's innovators, are not there, think about how life would be. Think about if Thomas Edison did not invent the light bulb. Think about if someone like Alexander Graham Bell did not come up with the idea of a telephone. Think about how you have laptops, you have smartphones. Think about if Charles Babbage did not come up with the invention of a computer. Think about how your life would be at this point. That goes to say how much the power of technology is in shaping the future. Now, the other thing I also want to highlight here is breaking barriers and seizing opportunities. Now, rightly so, we live in a time where access to knowledge has never been easier. You can stay right at the comfort of your home and get information about what's happening thousands of kilometers across the world, right? The internet has democratized learning. You can sit right in your room, any bachelor's degree, even a PhD, because you're learning online, right? Again, you can learn to code from free resources. You can build an online business just with your smartphone, with your computer, and you can connect with communities just from the comfort of your home, right? Now, this goes to say how much, technology, how far it goes and how it is shaping our future. But then when it comes to breaking barriers and seizing opportunities, I want you to take a look at, the slide itself. I wanted you to take a look at the lady on the slide. Did anybody get a good look at her? Does she look familiar? No? People in tech, you don't know her, but I'm sure you use her product. Anyone? Any guesses? Nobody. Okay, I'll give you a hint. I'll give you her name, and then maybe you can guess her designation or what she's known for. So her name is Odunayo Eweni. Does it ring a bell? It doesn't? Okay. How many of us have heard of Piggy Vest? How many of us use the app? And you don't know who you don't know one of the co-founders. She is one of the co-founders. And her story is also one that I want to pick out from. Just like you, do we have any graduates in the house? Graduates? Undergraduates? Okay, good. So just like you, you're students today, and very soon you would graduate because you won't be a student forever. Just like you, she was once a student, and just shortly after graduating, she went into the favor market, as we like to call it, but she lost the favor. So she was looking for a job. She attended a couple of interviews. I think this was around 2016 and 2018. She attended interviews. She would go for a ton of them, but she was told that the interviews were successful, but somehow she would never get a call back from the employers. You've been hired. So this was what inspired her to build her first product, which was Push CV. And it's similar to Jobberman. Is Jobberman familiar? Yes, so just like Jobberman, it connects talent to employers, but the twist here was that they usually vet the talents first before sending off to the employers. So that was the difference, and that was the product she made. And why I'm using her as an example is because she didn't just sit back as a graduate, waiting for favor to find her, waiting to get some sort of magic, right? She took that, she was able to spot a problem, and she leveraged that to innovate. And again, you would say that at this time, there are several barriers, there are several challenges as a person, as an individual. Like I mentioned before, data is something that, it's almost difficult to come by, coupled with, inflation, high cost of living and everything. There's challenge of mentorship. You might have the idea of what to do, you might know what to do, but maybe trying to get a team to do that, or even finding the right guidance is something that you might find difficult. There could also be the challenge of maybe access to the digital infrastructure, right? For some of us here, this is to the speakers, while we were starting out in tech, you probably did not have a laptop. For some of us, it was a struggle to actually get a device to start learning with. You probably had to borrow, maybe go to a cyber cafe, or you just had to find a way. And that's what some of us, right, as students might be facing. So there are these challenges, and they are real challenges. But even then, how are you looking beyond those challenges to break the barriers, to seize the opportunities that are within your reach? And yes, it takes effort, right, from government organizations, from private organizations, from NGOs, right, just like what the TalentMakers Foundation is doing today, organizing these events for people who are interested in getting into tech, for people who are ready to kickstart their career, for them to find their footing, right? Yes, there are organizations who are ready to help, but at the same time, it also takes that determination, it also takes that effort from you, that intentionality to want to learn and to want to be better. Next slide, please. So this brings us to this question. How is your mindset towards innovation, right? You might think, oh, I want to innovate, or I could be creative, or I could actually do something. I've spotted a problem, but then maybe because of the challenges that abound, the challenges that are around you, the restraints, all of the reasons why you should not, and then that clouds your mindset, and that makes you think, oh, I can't innovate, I can't do this. So what is your mindset towards innovation? And again, to become an innovator, you must embrace these three key principles, because it's not just enough for you to want to innovate, you have to have the right mindset to do that. And the first thing I have is curiosity. If there's one thing that's common with people who have made groundbreaking inventions, it's that curiosity that he had, that need to want to think beyond the status quo, to want to question things, to want to ask, oh, why is this like this? How can I make it better? How can I improve, right? You never stop learning. Learning is a continuous journey, and the best innovators are those who ask questions, and not just the questions, but the right questions, right? They are out there to explore new ideas and they are not afraid to experiment, right? Think about all of the inventions today. Think about a person like Steve Jobs, co-founder of Apple. If he was not curious enough, I don't think he would have worked that hard to create all the amazing products that he has today. Another mindset that you have to have towards innovating is resilience. Again, there will be challenges. You're going to fail. You're going to try several times. And you're going to fail. Yes, it could be a setback, but how is your approach towards failure? How are you channeling that moment of doubt? The naysayers around you, the naysayers in your mind, right? Failure is something that you should approach as a lesson, right? A lesson in disguise. You have to look beyond that. You have to look beyond feeling like you're not good enough. You have to be able to push yourself to rise up whenever you fall and you keep moving, you keep pushing forward, because that is what an innovator does. The next mindset that you should have is collaboration. And as a community manager, I cannot stress this enough. You would only go so far while working alone. You would only go so far by trying to do things without any help, without any assistance. So you need to be able to collaborate with people. Look around you, right? What's this phrase? I don't know if I would say it so, but they say the thing way you find for Sokoto, they for your Shokoto, right? So it just goes to say that you might be looking for help. You might feel like, oh, I don't have the, the resources or all of the things I need to make something work, but it probably means you have not looked hard enough, right? Look around you. Innovation thrives in community. You need to be able to find mentors, join networks, gain support, and support others in their journey, because it is in working with others that, you find creativity in weird places, in places where you least expect it. So you should be willing and ready to collaborate and seek help. Now finally, the last thing I'm going to leave you with today is to be the change maker. It's not enough to stay in your little corner, to sit where you are and complain about all of the things that are going wrong. There are a lot of things going wrong, and yes, there are a lot of things that can change. What are you doing as an individual to change these things? So everyone seated here, especially to our young people, to our students, you are not just consumers of technology. You are creators, you are builders, and you are leaders, right? The future of technology is in your hands, and the world needs your ideas, your solution, and your passion. And to the educators, to the industry leaders, let us continue to create these pathways that will enable young people, that will enable the next generation, the people who are coming right after us, to innovate. So, at the end of the day, our theme, empowering tomorrow's innovators through technology, is not just about teaching people how to code. Yes, that is important, because it's important to bridge the digital divide, but it's also about instilling the right confidence, the right momentum in people, nurturing the creativity, and providing the right support system for people, for young people, and just about anyone to innovate. If we can achieve that, then we're not just building a tech-driven future, we are building a better and a more inclusive world for everyone. Thank you so much.